All right, everyone, welcome on into Out and About, episode number 44. I think we have someone very special here with us today. She's a big pro-life 2A supporter. She's a lesbian from Maine. She's a comedian. She's hilarious. She's friends with Karen Fian, who we had on the program a couple weeks ago. It is Emma Willman. Elma, welcome to
Thank
the
you
show.
so much. I appreciate that. Thanks for having me.
How was that intro?
That was great.
I intro you as a lesbian from Maine.
Thank you very much. Which I'm so sorry for the mental picture everyone has right now. I can't even imagine.
They're gonna watch it. It's gonna be on YouTube.
Okay. Because if you picture, and no shade on any lesbians. When I think lesbian from Maine, the first thing that comes to my mind is
here we go.
This woman. This is based off of maybe the first lesbian I've seen in Maine. So this is where it's coming from. This woman who worked at a gas station in my hometown.
She ran it like the Navy too.
She did.
She did. She did.
A beast. But I remember like going through the gas station. For some reason, I was crying about something and eating Swiss rolls. And I just remember her looking at me, and she was like, "What's up?" And then I remember seeing her like wife come out, and they looked exactly alike, and they issued the Carhartts, and she was fucking big, jacked woman, and that's what I pictured.
And that's when you knew.
That's then I was like, I'm straight looking, but yeah.
That's funny that they look alike. A lot of gay guys I know date people who look exactly like them.
Not to be, I always get so confused with that because I'm like, there's got to be some yin and yang.
Right.
Yin and yang. And actually, last night I was on a date, and she was talking about this couple she knew. She said they're exactly alike. I said, well, there's got to be a yin and yang. She said, nope. I said, give me the picture. I'll tell you within 2 seconds. I was stumped.
Why? Because they look so
Couldn't
much
tell.
alike?
Yeah.
When you go on a date with someone, is it, when lesbians go on dates, is it like I'm going on a date to hook up, or is it more like a serious? Because I
depends.
rarely go
Also,
on a date where it's like, I'm going to meet my husband. It's like, oh,
Sure.
you're just doing this. But that's gay guys. I don't know if
Right.
it's different.
Now, I usually don't. Now, I don't really go for a lesbian. I go for a bisexual because I like to, sexually exclusively, I like to role play that I'm a guy. And I'm also pretty kinky for lesbians. I feel sexually restricted, and I feel restricted in many ways with lesbians. So I have a whole system of sussing out to try to weed out people.
What's the system?
Oh, it's a whole system.
We don't have to
No,
get into it.
I'd love to tell you
Yeah,
that.
no,
Yeah.
I'm interested in it. And you
Right.
also said you're kinky for a lesbian. Are lesbians typically vanilla in bed?
I have no idea. All I know is sometimes when I'm talking, people are like, I don't know, lesbians had sex like this. I'm like,
Yeah.
don't make me speak for anyone else because, I can't, I don't want to put that on the whole community.
Yeah.
But I support lesbians, good for lesbians. Like, that's so great. I'm into it. It's just not, it's too gendered of a term for me. I feel sometimes like I'm so gay, I don't even think about being gay even.
What do you mean?
Like, I'll think about
I
it.
can't stop thinking about it.
Really?
It's always on my and it's partially because I work here. It's like every 3 seconds I'm getting that I'm gay shoved in my face. I can't get away from it.
Right. And that's, so yeah, so that makes total sense. So
Yeah.
that's when I'll think about being gay too. Or it's like also you probably have, because you are straight passing, I think.
Yeah, for sure I am.
So then it makes you have to, and I would only date someone that is totally straight passing.
Only what have you ever dated like a really butch lesbian? You do femme. But you're not either. You're like, I look at you and it's like, okay, lesbian, but it's not like you're femme or you're butch.
But the
You're
energy,
just kink.
the energy would have to be more masculine for me, and
Absolutely.
and I don't want to hint. I call them sneaky man ones, where I don't want to hint. It's got to be so fat. It's such a sliver of a subset where a lot of my friends are straight women, and I'm not attracted to straight women. Not really into lesbians, so it's like bisexuals who want to get like pounded out, love cock, dick. We're gonna talk about them getting fucked every which way.
But do you think that's
But they're into me too, so it's a niche market. It's a niche market.
a niche market. How do you find them?
Well, I got a system, but I don't not well.
But are you on apps? Like, are
I
you on
was,
Tinder?
yeah.
Are you on Bumble and all this shit?
I
Like,
used to do Tinder. I hate this. I hate the talk. I hate like talking. I hate this. I know no one likes the talking. I don't do great on the apps. Like, I just. But
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
Oh.
these fucking sirens, this makes me want to jump in front of a train.
I
Hold
can
on.
only imagine.
It's gonna be picked up in the back.
Do you guys hear that?
Of course they
Ooh,
do.
and think of
Welcome to New York. All right. Anyway.
too how in it with media we are. That the first thing that we hear when we hear a siren, like someone's like in a fire or dying, is we're like, our fucking.
It's annoying. Yeah.
I am annoyed.
They'll be fine. No one dies in fires anymore. But what were you saying? You were saying you have a system. You're not good on talking on apps. So you just meet people in person, and I
I
feel like
don't meet a lot. I've been in like relationships kind of back to back. And then, but the last couple girlfriends I've had have all been through apps. But like, I used to like, but my system is more pertained to trying to see if I'll match up with someone sexually. That's where I've got a system.
and
I'd-
that's what
I'd
you
love to
look
tell
for
you.
first.
It's so complicated, Pat.
Okay.
Because I was in really sexual relationships that weren't really like emotionally fulfilling. So then I shifted gears and was in these like these relationships that were more like well-rounded and like I did feel more like if I look back, like the ones where I'm like, oh, that was a great relationship, but then there'd be like the sexual component missing, and then I'm not saying it's right, and I'm in therapy, but I did I've meandered,
What does that mean, man?
gone out in the pasture,
You gone out in the pasture.
fucked home in the range.
What? Wait, what are we talking about here?
I cheated.
Oh, you cheated.
What's like a softer way to say cheated? Is there like a
Home
saying?
wrecked.
Oh.
Ruined a life. Hold on, because you're a kinky bitch, and
Okay.
we're gonna talk about
I
this.
think I am. I don't know. But
No, you are.
Okay. Okay.
And I got just the thing for you, and we're gonna
Okay.
talk about it a little bit
And
more
I'll tell you how I try to suss out to see if someone is too.
in a second. I got to talk to you guys about Adam and Eve. AdamandEve.com says the best part of staying at home is playing at home. Take advantage of the downtime and choose almost any one item for 50% off. And when you do, you'll receive free shipping delivered directly to your door. Just remember to use code ABOUT. That's a code ABOUT at checkout. AdamandEve.com has thousands of products to make you feel glad that you're staying at home. Sex toys make being at home so much more enjoyable. Hell, even shopping for sex toys from home is more enjoyable. So go to adamandeve.com and use offer code ABOUT for almost 50% off any one item plus free shipping. That's adamandeve.com, offer code ABOUT for 50% off almost any one item plus free shipping. Okay.
I'm gonna fucking do that. 50% off?
You should. Do you have sex toys?
Yeah, of course.
From Adam and Eve, code ABOUT.
Absolutely.
Do you use them in the bedroom?
Absolutely. I did it last night.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know you're dating someone now.
Yes. Now I had not been in a sexual relationship for quite a while, but recently I've been using sex toys, and I used to get really uncomfortable going into a toy store. And so I would have loved this back in the day. Because I remember when I first did it, I felt really nervous, and I remember I was in San Francisco, and I went and sat across from a sex store, and I sat outside at a cafe, and I was like eating and drinking coffee, looking at the store, too nervous to go in, circling the block, and I
In
couldn't.
San Francisco? Why were you so? It's not like you're
So
going
nervous.
to like Blue Room on Chelsea or whatever the hell that place is.
Oh, I know. Okay, that place.
It's disgusting.
If it's the place I'm thinking of, it is so fucking. That's scary for a different reason. That's
Yeah.
scary because you go in syphilis, or you just go
Right,
in. And it's
right.
Like, it's like the Craigslist. If Craigslist was that store is really scary looking.
I used to hook up with guys off Craigslist.
Oh, I've gone on Craigslist dates too. Am I allowed to ask what? I know that you've
Yeah,
probably
you
gone
can-
over it, but have you? So what kind of guys do you like?
I like lanky, funny Irishmen.
Really?
Yeah. So
Wow.
myself. I like
Fair.
myself. Mine is the funny. Where?
No. Like that's I've good for you.
Yeah. But I'm really just at this point. It's pretty much just anyone who will love me back.
I get that.
That's where we're at. Like
get
I'm
that.
not very picky. And going into summer, I kind of want to like maybe lock someone down, but
Yeah.
maybe not. But I'm into.
You need to have someone kind of knock your socks off too.
Yeah.
You
What's the
know?
most serious relationship you've been in?
Okay, I've been in a lot of relationships, but I've been reading a lot recently about I have been reading about love addiction, compulsive behaviors, because my pattern was this. I would get in a relationship and I would be gone a lot, and then I would kind of cater myself to try to win the person over and never stop and think, do I like this person? Are they a good partner for me? Like, my self-respect wasn't super high up on the list.
Right.
So now I've had to strip it all back and be like, okay, what do I like? What is important to me? And also acknowledging, like, I think I tried to pretend for a long time that sex wasn't as important to me as it is. Someone said this I thought was helpful. They're like, sex isn't everything in a relationship, but if you don't connect sexually, then it becomes a much bigger part of it, because there starts being like a disconnect there.
Right.
You know.
What's your number?
Oh, I don't know. Wait, we could. I'm in. It might take me a second.
You don't.
Okay.
You don't have to. You don't have
But
to.
I'd
answer
say
that.
like 30 or 40 something, maybe.
Yeah. I'm
Nothing
just
too-
more curious about like the differences between gay guys dating and lesbians dating.
Yeah.
And I promise we're not going to talk about
I'm
gay
so curious
lesbian
about that,
stuff
too.
all the time.
Oh,
This
I love
entire
that
show.
stuff.
But I just find it so like interesting. I've been going on a bunch of dates lately.
Which is great. And you mean dates like you're going out to dinner?
I just do drinks.
Okay, great. But it's not like come over, fucking.
No.
Wham,
I mean,
bam.
there is like some of that,
Right.
sure. And like you can typically tell when you meet someone within like 5 minutes, like, okay, are we just gonna like fuck? Or
How
are
much
we
do you
gonna...
chat first?
A lot.
Me too.
A lot. Oh,
Me
like how
too.
much? Like how long does the conversation go?
Like when you're doing the texting online before you instigate the meeting up, is it a bunch or?
It depends on the app. If it's like, it depends very much on the app.
I didn't know. Yeah, that makes sense.
If it's like Grindr, like,
right.
let's keep it to a minimum. Like,
Okay.
as long as you don't have HIV, like we're
Wow.
like, we're good to go.
Huh.
And just being completely honest, but like Tinder, you'll chat more.
Sure.
There are tiers. It goes like Grindr, Tinder, Hinge, and then there are some other ones. But I chat like a bunch, and then a typical date will be go out for drinks.
Right.
Try not to get too drunk.
Yes.
Because I just want to, when I go out, I can't just have one beer.
I
Like,
know. I stopped drinking for that very reason.
You're sober?
Love to drink, but so now don't drink.
For how long?
It's I think now it's been 7 months. I've been in and out of drinking, not drinking for a while. But each time that I've gone out, or would be considered off the wagon, has gotten shorter and shorter.
How long? So you were an alcoholic, or you just out of control? You couldn't sit down and have one.
It would be, you know what it is? They say it's not necessarily like what you do; it's like why you're doing it. So I would do it to escape myself, and just like I would do it for so many different reasons. But like it was like kind of like the solve, like when you put an ointment on,
Yeah.
it's like supposed to be that's what a solve is.
Yeah.
I think. SALVE. It was like it was the lubrication for my life, and it just got totally out of hand many times.
Out of hand in what sense? You would get blacked out drunk?
It would be like I was just drunk all the time, and I remember a couple times where it was like a real tipping point. I remember there's this one show I was doing. It was a talking head show, which is where like your head just pops up on the screen, and you're like, "Oh, she wore what?" or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I remember doing it. And I was always I would go in there so. I don't think the show ever aired. I was always so fucking hungover, and they cut me from it. And they said they cut me because they're like, "You're not urban enough," which fair. I'm not
Right,
urban
yeah.
any amount.
Well, you're almost albino.
Pretty much. So I was
Yeah.
like shocked. I was like, it took 6 episodes for you to figure out that I'm not urban. Like, what
Right.
are you guys drunk? But I was like, either it's that, I'm sure, but also I'm hungover all the time, and I never want to wonder if it's because I'm so hungover. Like I could feel my brain not working.
Right.
When because I come in and be like,
What did you drink?
So what I ended up drinking was it would always be vodka sodas, Patron, anything that would make me the least amount hungover. And
Right.
I gained weight for a while too. I was ballooning out of control because I would say for me the cocktail would be I would have like 2 to 3 vodka sodas and then a couple beers. That's a lot at night.
And you're not big. You're 125 pounds.
Right. We talked about this before.
I guessed her weight.
Yeah, like a true gentleman.
Like a gay man.
Yeah.
How much do you weigh? Who are you dating? Show me your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Within 3 seconds of here, I'm just judging you physically.
Yeah.
That's funny. See,
Yeah, what's your drink?
I'll drink anything.
I was gonna
The
guess
thing
scotch.
is about me is that I just love it.
Yeah, I love
Scotch.
That's what I was gonna
Scotch and
say.
gin. I'm drinking like an old woman, like the Queen of England.
Yeah.
Scotch and gin. I mean, I'm not an alcoholic by any means.
Sure.
But I very much
I used to
enjoy
say
a drink.
the same thing. I'm just kidding.
Oh, Mom, you go, Mrs. McCullough, please come in. My family walks in for intervention.
It's an interview. Could you imagine if that was recorded? I mean, that could be.
I might get all sussed up just so that happens.
Oh, you're gonna. Yeah. I mean, that could be big.
That would
could
be
huge
huge for my career.
Oh. This is what you got to do. If you want to really pull out all the stops, be wasted all the time, have an intervention, come out as transgender the same day, say you've been having a big problem, and then also hit them with the I was molested and be like, boom, 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 book deal.
Yes. Should I come out as trans right now?
Let's do it.
Will you come out as trans?
Sure, why not? Cheers.
You can come out as I go, cheers.
Boom.
You'll be my trans surrogate.
Great.
I almost introduced you as my surrogate. I don't know why.
Done and done.
I just like drinking everything. Like I walked home the other day and I saw like a couple people
drinking.
from work. So this is an alcoholics show. A couple people from work sitting there. They're like, sit down. I was like, no, I can't. Because if I sit down, I'll have 10 beers. I can't just have one. How did we even get onto this subject?
We were talking about drinking first dates. So you were saying you just try to not get too drunk.
Yes, try and not get too drunk, and
Which
then
is
we
hard.
take it. It's very hard.
Maybe it'd be easier to do something that doesn't even involve drinks then.
But that's not fun. You can't have fun sober.
You can. I promise you can.
How?
It's hard. It's so fucking hard when you're in the rhythm of that. But it is harder. But what'll probably make you do is start making you go on less dates, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But you'll start being like, okay, do I actually want to spend some sober time with this person?
And the answer is no.
No. Okay. I'm trying to think when I first started going on dates when I wasn't drinking. Fair. Very, very.
And of course not. I don't want to spend sober time with myself. You think I want to spend sober time with someone, a stranger?
As I was saying that, I was like, and the person is going to be like, and I don't want to do that. I think it's when I first started going on dates sober again. See, this would be my problem, though. When I would first go on dates, when I would be like newly sober, I would lie about how long I've been sober without fail. So the girl would, and I've gotten in such bad situations. They'd be like, "How long have you been sober?" I'd be like, "like 2-3 years." Now that's a lie. It'd be like 2-3 fucking hours. And then I would get in a relationship. I was in a relationship once with a therapist. She was such a good person. I feel so bad about how I handled it. She was such a good person, and I lied to her right from the jump.
Love it.
I said 2 years sober. You know, I would say little lies. I'd always say little lies.
You're just a lying sack of shit.
Just a lying sack of shit because it would be like, and then I remember when I told her, and she kind of was like pushing us like living together, and then I had like a breakdown about it. I was like drinking again. I was gone, and it was kind of a mess. And then I told her, I said, I lied to you about how long I've been sober. And she was like, if you had told me the truth, I wouldn't have pushed us moving in so quick because I would have known you needed more space. And I was like, fuck. Then that would have been so much easier on me too.
Yeah.
So when you lie, you really, it's not also just not fair to the other person, because she was like, Emma, why wouldn't you want that support for yourself? And I was like, what are you even talking? I didn't even know what she meant. I was like, what do you mean?
I hate myself.
Yeah, I was
What do you
like,
mean?
duh. That's fuck myself. And that's like kind of what it is. Like she was like, wouldn't you want someone that you're honest with at least so you can like have that for you? And I truly couldn't compute what she was saying. Like, I was like,
so
this bitch is crazy.
Like I was on a date on Friday and I liked him, but like I could feel myself like that like Willie Cologne who works here whenever he has a couple of drinks.
Yeah, I like that guy a lot.
He's the greatest.
I really like that guy.
You met him?
I met him because
on radio with Francis.
Yes. Shout out to Francis.
Do you like Francis?
Like big time. I think Francis is great. I think Francis is so funny. I love the way I think Francis is so funny. I was about to say I love the way he looks, which feels weird to say because maybe we look a little bit alike. That's what But yeah, I've known Francis for a while because we're both from Maine. So I remember walking out of being at this one club, Stand Up New York, and walking into the lobby, and he was like, I'm from Maine too. And then that's how we started talking.
Interesting.
Big fan of Francis.
Yeah, I could feel at that date, I could feel like the horns starting to come out. I was like, oh, like we had 2 drinks.
Like you were gonna get nasty to him?
No, like I was just gonna like start boozing.
Oh.
And I was like, and then I was like, oh, why don't we go somewhere else for a nightcap?
Yeah.
And he, you know how it goes. Yeah. And he was like, I don't know. And I was like, come on.
And how does he not know? Like, what the fuck? Like, that's what I'm curious about.
Have a drink. We're on a date. And it was like,
fucking loser. I mean, I'm still an alcoholic in my core. Like, truly.
Right?
And if you're being from, like, spending time in Boston, because I went to college in Boston, or even in Maine, like, that's how you drink. You know?
Yeah, you don't do it in moderation. I'm not doing this to enjoy the taste. I'm doing this to escape my feelings.
Exactly.
Maybe this is an intervention. But we ended up having a drink, and it was great because we didn't go home together. And I didn't really we both didn't get that drunk, but there was like a buzz going on, a noticeable buzz. And then we pulled the plug. So it's nice to hear that I'm going to hang out with him on Tuesday, which is
great.
Today.
And when you guys pulled the plug.
Last Tuesday.
Today is...
We did a little smooch on the street.
Oh, you did? That's great.
A little smooch on the street.
Do you usually go for the kiss, or did he do it?
It was mutual.
Nice.
It was a mutual. I'm not into PDA. I don't like it.
I
don't want to
that.
get a fucking bottle thrown at me
I
while I'm on the street.
I get that, and also it's like that's something you want to like. You don't want to force it. Force PDA is very.
But I feel like 2 girls kissing might get like a woo, like 2 like big
either.
guys.
Right.
Like, well, yeah, that's got to be mortifying for you because you just like fetishize.
Sure, and it doesn't actually happen with me. Like
they go, who is that little guy?
Yeah, exactly. They're like, oh, it's so nice a woman's with such a short little man, and then I'm like, yeah, it is. But I have been women that have gotten hollered at quite a bit, and it was like weird. I remember there was this one girl I was with, and she was this really beautiful girl from Kenya, and whenever we would walk by Kenyan men, they would holler at her, and then I felt really uncomfortable because it would be this like weird dynamic of these Kenyan guys hollering at her, and
bisexual.
She was definitely bisexual for sure. I prefer a bisexual, shout out, or a queer bisexual, someone that indicates in some way they want to get plowed out.
There are no bisexual men; they don't exist. So.
Really?
They do. The people are just saying that just to get a rise.
Yeah,
out of people.
get them clicking.
They exist. I can't fucking find them. And when I do see a bisexual man, I just don't believe them. I'm like, you're gay.
Right. That's the thing.
Come on, really? You're bisexual?
Men are more like repressed in terms of being able to. Because the thing is like they think if they say they're bisexual, then it means like women won't want them and men won't want them.
Right.
You know?
That's exactly what it is. Or they'll be with a guy, and then the guy will be afraid that they'll go cheat with a girl because it's like you have the safety of going to marry a girl because you keep that on the back burner when you're like through fucking around with guys. Did you hear about this pastor in South Carolina,
No,
I think.
no.
His name is, I actually wanted to talk to you
Please.
about this. He's a gospel singer, 3-time Grammy Award winner turned pastor, Donnie McClurkin.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Yes.
What are you about to say?
He came out as ex-gay. He said he still has sexual urges to be with men, but he won't act on them. He compared his gay desires to diabetes, saying, quote, "I don't eat sugar, but that doesn't mean I don't want sugar."
I can't believe this. He's actually very, very famous.
Is he? See, I
Yeah.
looked at his Instagram. He has like 300,000 followers.
He's a famous black guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's famous.
I don't see color, but yeah.
Yeah, of course. If you did, just so you know, he is.
If I
yeah.
say he might be?
If you did, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I want to use the word shocked. I mean, he's that's shocking. When did this happen? When did he come
This
out?
happened like 3 days ago.
Really?
He has, but it's been an open secret. He's 61 years old. But I clicked on his IG, and he has the most femme voice.
Sure.
He's like, "Hey, y'all,
Yeah.
come on into my congregation." I mean, it's like very obvious.
Right.
I just thought that was He should have said he was bisexual.
He should have, but it seems like he's got some internalized problems.
Right.
And he also sounds fucking gay. I mean, you know what I mean? So just because I want to suck that sugar's dick doesn't mean I'm going to. And you're like, I want to be in a pastry shop every night putting sugar in my butt. And I'm like, all right, okay, Donnie.
I want to know who got, you know, the Bachelor shit that happened, obviously.
Yes.
I need to know who the fuck hooked up with Colin. There are guys, you're a virgin at 29,
Right.
really, dude?
Right. No.
I remember
no.
being closeted at 22, and you take it when you can get it.
Absolutely.
How many guys do
totally.
you think he's hooked up with?
If he really, I mean, he said he's a virgin.
Yeah.
But
he's not.
Did he say he's a virgin with men and women, or is he
He
like
just said virgin.
I bet he meant he's a virgin with women.
So you think he's a bottom? Probably.
I need to see more pictures of him, but I love playing that game. Who do you think's a top or bottom between Obama and George Bush?
Obama and Michelle?
Obama-
Well, Michelle is trans. We do know that Michelle.
People always say that.
That's so weird. Wait, well, top and bottom between who and who?
Obama and George Bush.
If they were to fuck, who's the
Yeah,
top and who's the
yeah.
bottom?
And you know Dick Cheney's jerking off in a corner.
God, that's tough.
I know it's tough.
This is actually a really good game.
It's a good game. I like this game a lot.
Maybe I feel like God,
It's
I'm like picturing them getting fucked. I'm picturing him like holding his legs down.
Yes.
Maybe George might be a bottom.
That's okay. So that's what I said too. But it was really tough. It was a hard thing to wrap my head around because Obama's a little prettier, and and there's
Right.
There's something about him, and he's like his voice is more soothing. But I could. Oh God.
Colton's a bottom.
You think I was just about to say a top? He's gorgeous.
He's gonna be in a jock on Fire Island this summer. I know that.
You think he's a bottom?
Probably.
I think he's a top.
He's gonna try it.
You think?
And I'm gonna be that guy to try it with him.
That would be if I was a biological man. I used to call them penis men. If I was a cis man, because the cis gets so confusing. But
Are you cis?
But I don't even know what that is. Like
You know what cis is.
Cis is born at birth with it. But why is
Yes.
that? Why is it such a weird word? Cis.
Cis.
sounds
Hey,
like,
cis.
Yeah, exactly.
Cis, you're cis. What are your pronouns?
Exactly. And I'm like, I don't know. I cheated all through school. I don't even know what a fucking verb is. There's a guy, Michael Blaustein is such a good joke about, if you Google Michael Blaustein talking about, like, I don't want to butcher his joke, but he does a joke about, like, that's how he learned what pronouns are from this. And he's like, when he did that, I was like, oh, I wish I thought of that. But I relate to it, too, because I was like, I don't know what, I cheated all through, I went to grad school. I cheated through grad school.
What'd you go to grad school for?
Media studies.
Nice, and you cheated? I cheated on everything.
I cheated
in
on
school.
everything.
I never didn't cheat.
It would have been absurd to not cheat. I cheated when I didn't even, I would know the answer and still fucking cheat.
Just for the hell of it?
Just because I knew, I'm like, I know this is the right answer, but is it? Yeah, and it is. Or you'd spend more time figuring out ways to cheat than it would have taken to just study. I put in hours figuring out ways to cheat. Like, I'd be like coding Braille into an apple just so I had to learn states and capitals. Like, I cheated for so much, but we really just cheated ourselves because I don't know anything now.
Because here we are.
Because here we are.
I'm drinking a caffeinated Gatorade on the fucking show. Shout out Body Armor. That's a good game, top or bottom. Give me another one.
Okay, wait. Okay, Dick Cheney. But Dick Cheney is definitely a top.
He's a passive top.
You
he
think?
sits down, someone rides him.
I could see that.
Yeah. No, someone rides him, but not like ride. Like they do the thing where they're like squatting and like bouncing so you can see it going in and out. Give me another.
Dick Cheney is so fucking okay. Dick Cheney to me too is like such a nasty little pervert. I would
He's
love.
a pig. He's a pig. Top.
I would actually love to watch Dick Cheney have sex now.
Ew.
Yeah, I really would. I don't know why. I don't want to see his wife fucking peg him. I want to see his wife fuck his brains out.
What?
I want to see him in a little skirt. I wonder.
Oh, stop! This is getting gross.
I kind of want to. I wonder if I would say no if Dick Cheney was like, I'm a whore, and I need to get the. I like it. And if she says, so if someone says I'm a whore, like I'm like yes, like I like that.
Yeah.
And then
you're a dom top.
I would say so. Yeah. But I would like it when that's a yes. I would say so.
You don't have to be. Do you want to top me on camera?
But
right
here's
now? I put it up on YouTube. I get called into Erica's office. Pat.
Yeah.
You put up a Emma Willman was here. She fucked you on camera.
The thing is where I feel uncomfortable saying that and owning it is because
You're embarrassed.
when I'm also so disorganized in the rest of my life. Like it's gotten better now that I don't drink. I take my little ADD pills, but I'm such a mess in other areas. It's hard saying I'm a dom top because
I'm a dom top. It's so funny to hear a woman say dom top.
People want to be like penetrated by someone who like knows what they're doing and where their stuff is. So it's hard for me to like continually be a top daddy when like I'm always losing my keys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like bend over. And while you're down there, using my keys down there because I lost everything. So that's where it gets harder and harder to like. Sometimes I feel like there's like such a chasm between my sex life and how I am. Like out of the bedroom, I'm not jealous. I don't care about anything really. I'm just trying to focus on career stuff and I love gossiping about nothing. So I'm not,
That's pretty much my job, to come in here and gossip about nothing.
We're
getting paid to do this right
to
now.
discuss nothing is the only thing I can ever do.
Top or bottom, Michelle Obama, Melania Trump.
God damn.
That's a good one.
It is tough with women. Okay, fuck. I don't know which. I'd rather have. Damn, that's a tough one. Michelle Obama or Melania Trump? Okay.
Melania, are you kidding? I don't know though. Melania is like she's an assertive.
She is.
Where is she from? Ukraine or some shit?
Something.
Slovenia?
I think Michelle would be the top.
Slovenia, yeah.
But I could see Michelle being Michelle would be like a bossy bottom where she would be orchestrating everything.
She's
you know what
bottom.
I mean? She's a power bottom. I like a power bottom too.
Okay, what about
Lil Wayne and Baby?
Oh. Ooh.
It's tough. It's tough.
Lil Wayne.
I wish I could picture the sex scenes that were flashing in your head.
It's really like a lot. I'm picturing him like
it's really like a lot. Yeah.
Babe. Lil Wayne is fucking him. He's big. Bottom.
Really?
Yeah, he's gonna just dog him out.
So I was picturing Baby would be the top.
Interesting.
But his name is Baby.
Facts.
So
I feel like he's kind of just like a big like cuddly rapper who was like, you know what I mean?
Are we gonna
He's
get
smooth.
All right, if the off chance that they ever see this and then we ever meet them, it's gonna be really awkward.
Imagine they come in right now. I'm gonna tag them in this clip. This will be a social clip.
Did you see the clip of Baby getting pissed? I think it was on the Breakfast Club. Did you see that clip?
No.
Okay, this clip went viral. I think it was a couple years ago. He had felt like he had been disrespected, so then he's in at the Breakfast Club.
Put some respect on my name.
That's the one. So, and that's just because they were like, keep my name out your mouth. So now we've just said he's a big baby bottom. So we'll see how he reacts.
Fuck
to this.
you, baby.
Yeah.
Come get some.
Yeah.
You think you could beat up? You ever look at celebrities and say like, could you beat them up? Like could you beat up Melania Trump?
Ooh, I think
you're in shape. You're like Soul
I really
Cycle.
appreciate. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Well, first of all, I was a really overweight kid. And then, then using food was the first thing I used as comfort. I used to lie about my drinking. Like, I went away to get help for drinking.
We're back to the booze. Oh, you went away.
Yeah, I went to this little rehab thing, and my real substance that I was abusing was overeating. But I was embarrassed to say I was an overeater, so I used to drink to try to pass out so that I wouldn't overeat. Isn't that crazy?
That's fucked. So you went to straight up rehab. How long were you gone for?
5 years. No.
Just got back.
No,
I should have put some vodka in there just to fuck with you.
Oh my God! On the
Let's relapse right now. Yeah. Can I go get some booze and we can do a relapse?
We would never leave the room. We would just die in here. Last night on the date, the girl was trying to order champagne shrimp, and I was like, she knows I'm sober, but I was like, I think it has champagne in it. She's like, oh, I don't think it does. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I can't have the champagne shrimp. And then she reread it and was like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, it's okay.
You're that much of a booze bag, huh?
You can't. I don't think you can. I mean, if it's cooked off, I think it's fine, but I wouldn't want to risk it. Things go
What-
downhill real quick, Pat.
What would happen if we did a shot of vodka right now?
I would just walk down the street and shoot myself because I wouldn't want to deal with having to go get sober anymore.
It would be no, but that would set you off the rails that bad. If I was like, let's have one shot of vodka.
Okay, so it'd be like this. If you're like, I'll give you $1 million for your shot of vodka, I'd be like, I mean, if you were like, I'll give you $500, I'd be like, or nah, $1 million. Nah, I don't fuck- I don't fuck-
500. That's a big difference.
It's a big-
$1,000, you would do a shot of vodka. Cash.
No.
Okay,
no.
2,000.
No.
$5,000. You wouldn't do
No.
one shot of vodka. It's that your sobriety isn't that important.
It is. It is. I promise it is because it goes like it'll go down so because it just okay. So the last time I drank, I'd say it was like 7 or 8 months ago. I was really overwhelmed. I was in a relationship and I didn't know how to deal with getting like out of it and like I missed the dog and it was like a whole clusterfuck. I was staying at a hotel in Wall Street. And I remember going out doing shows, and I was mad at myself because I wasn't trying new jokes.
Right.
Pissed at myself. So I was like, if you get drunk, then you can try new jokes. That was what I told myself. So I got a bottle of tequila, and I ended up just getting drunk in the hotel room. And I remember doing my buddy's podcast. It was like at 11 a.m. I was put like tequila in my coffee, and I remember by the end of it, I was so hammered.
Whose podcast?
I'm not gonna say because I don't know if
Just
he ever
say it.
knows. I don't know if he ever because I remember like drinking while we were on it, and by the end of it, I was like sloshed.
I'm looking around the room right now. There's 3 bottles of vodka, a bottle of rum, and a case of beer, and a case of seltzer.
Yeah, there is
I
a lot of
didn't
stuff.
even
yeah,
notice.
you're like.
I have to tackle you on the way out to prevent you.
Those are good booze, though. I mean, I
What?
do the
the beer, the Presidente.
What's in the brown? What's the brown?
Oh,
in the
that's
back?
like Game of Thrones, like rum, but it's like a nice bottle. I think that was like a $600 thing.
Really? I actually
Yeah.
don't like rum.
Well, let's so I wanted to find out.
Yeah,
We gotta-
yeah.
This show turns into me trying to get you to
Yeah,
relapse,
yeah.
trying to ruin your life. That's interesting you said. It's also funny. I have buddies who are now like, how old are you? 35?
35. How you could
I
just
did
guess?
your research.
Oh, okay.
I did
Thank you.
and by research, I mean I copy and pasted the first 3 lines of your Wikipedia.
Yep, because I get Botox. I get shit tons of Botox to try to disguise. Not that the
It looks
35 is a
good,
great
though.
age. Really appreciate
Can
that.
you go up with your eyebrows? Try.
Ouch.
Does it hurt? I want to get it in my armpits to get me to stop sweating.
I've heard that it does that.
Yeah.
But do you think you really sweat too much?
Well, I didn't wear deodorant today, so yeah.
That's
That's a personal hygiene issue.
But it's also like but if you didn't sweat at all, where would the sweat go? Because the sweat needs to be released to glands to detox
That's
you.
true. I have no idea.
I don't know either. Cover
Wait,
your
but my
eyes.
buddies who are you're 35, I'm 31. We're at the age now where people are getting sober.
Right.
And it's like you don't know. Like I can
Right.
joke with it about you. I just met you.
Right.
But it's like some people, it's not funny. Like we have weddings, and like I'm in a group chat with my buddies. I go to a wedding every fucking other week. It's miserable.
Oh, fucking praise Corona for putting a tampon
Well,
on that.
no, now they're all rescheduling the
Right,
weddings, and I
right.
thought they were over. But we're in
Right.
group chats, and like several of my friends were like, "I'm sober now. I'm sober now." I was like, ugh.
And they got sober like recently.
Kind of like within a year, and you can't. It's fresh, so you can't really joke about
Right,
it.
right. And you're like, good for you, congratulations.
Yeah.
Or you're like, why? And
Give
they're
me
like,
another year, and then I'll be there, kind of deal.
Right, exactly. Just
But-
hold off. Especially for weddings. And it's like when it's like more than one friend, I can see how that's tough. Especially if that's like a part of what you did for fun. Like if
Right.
it was like friends from like nothing makes I love drinking with friends from high school. That was the
That's
most fun.
the most. That's all.
It's the
All
most
my
fun in
closest
life.
friends are from home.
So most of my friends that have like are friends from because I'm from such a small town in Maine.
Right.
So I fucking love my friend love high school, college, and then also when you get into entertainment, I do have friends that I made like later in life. But there's something about the way back in the day for drinking,
Just getting liquored up.
liquored up in the parking lot.
Oh, yeah.
Going, what are you doing later? Oh, we're gonna drive over to the 7-Eleven parking lot, and then you go to a field and get drunk, and it's just a lot of like,
Yep.
whose parents aren't home? Okay, everyone's parents are home, and now we're just sloshed in a car
It's the
doing dip.
greatest. Doing dip?
Love doing
A
dip.
lesbian who's boozed up doing dip.
Oh, and I was in the closet all. So I was in the closet all of high school. Had boyfriends. Gave
Yep.
blowjobs.
Did you?
Yeah, because I care about being a considerate lover.
Did you get fucked? Did you get fucked?
So
did
I
you
ha-
have sex? Did you have
I-
sex with men?
I had sex-
Such a crude way.
I had sex with one guy twice, and he was really nice. He was a great guy, but it just was not for me. No offense.
Yeah.
And he, you know what I mean? Just wasn't for me.
It's fine. Interesting.
But,
There is nothing.
But he was a really nice guy.
What's he doing now?
I don't know. We didn't really. John. I don't
John,
know.
please walk into the room.
Yeah. Yeah. He was a great guy, but I definitely knew I was gay. But I would always make my friends. I'd be like, we're not gonna have sex till we're married. My friends were like, why? And I was like, because it's important to hold out. And they were just like very confused.
Were you religious?
Oh, no. And so my parents
So that was must have been really weird. Like,
my parents were like, where does this come from? And my mom when I had a boyfriend, she'd be like, you should go on birth control. You never know when you're going to get caught up in the moment. I was like, there's no moment. Like, what are you talking about? She was just convinced that. And then when I would say I want to wait till I was married to have sex, she was like, I just don't. My parents did not understand. They're like, because like, what is it? Like,
shut up.
Yeah. Like, what's the I just want to hold off. They were just like, what's the background? Like if it was acting and they're trying to study the character, they're like, where is this character coming from?
Shut up, Mom! I want to hold up.
It's what I want. Because I used to watch. They would also find porn on both of my parents' divorced. My mom's computer and my dad's computer.
So lucky 2 Christmases.
2 Christmases.
Yes.
2 Christmases.
Yes, queen.
Yes, sis. Now I want to start saying sis, but as
you
like
are so cis.
cis.
You could maybe be T though. You think people think you're T sometimes?
Trans.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and I like that. I do like that.
You
It's
like
fun.
T?
I like it, but I wouldn't. I mean, it's just so. I always think of it. It's just so tough. It'd be like really. I don't know if I could pull it off all the time because I wouldn't want to have.
But you're a dom top. You're a cis
Yeah.
dom top. You could be a T dom top.
I mean, that would be great, but then it's like I think that'd be hard for careers. I don't know.
Are you kidding me? For your career, that would be amazing.
You think?
Come out as trans?
You think?
Do it now.
But
God damn it. We're on the show. For Christ, I'm thinking about what clip we can post. Get her a cocktail. Let's go.
Yeah.
I get you liquored up and you come out as trans.
Are you? Actually, at a wedding, I was at this table, and one of the guys was trans, and he was talking about how he felt sexually restricted when he was with lesbians. This is when I was drinking. And I was like,
back when Mama was drinking.
And I remember queuing it up, and I was like, I feel sexually restricted when I'm with lesbians. I was like, because that's not how I like to express myself sexually.
Right.
So by the end of the wedding, I'm like, I'm trans, and I get so drunk that my roommate at the time was like, let's get Emma up to the room, like let's get her up there. And then
you were that kind of drunk.
I was, and it's a fucking wedding, and it wasn't even like a super, super, super close friend. So like I'm like ruining the wedding.
Oh, I've been there.
And one of the bridesmaids' moms was a nurse, and they spent their daughter's wedding night in my room taking care of me because I was like, they thought I had to go to the hospital. But my roommate's like, let's get her up, and then everyone that had been at the table with me where I come out as trans was like, it's him now. And she's like, oh,
no.
She's like, Emma, I'm going to fucking kill you. She's like, well, the focus is like, let's get Emma upstairs before she starts puking everywhere. And they're like, before he starts puking everywhere.
At least they got the pronouns right.
They got the pronouns right. And she said that I was like in the bathtub just like puking in there. And she was like, I'm going to kill her. And then people were like, you're going to kill him. And she was like, can we not right now? Like, my night is ruined. My dress is ruined. And I was like, bleh.
How long ago was this? You were in a dress? I feel like you would
I wasn't in a dress.
You would never wear a dress.
I wasn't in a dress.
What would it take to get you in a dress with like just go full femme?
You know, even for acting, it would be. I played it I played a straight girl the other day when I filmed an episode of something, and it was
filming a porn.
That would be. Incomprehensible. I mean, look, even if I was a cis man, I would be a gay man. Yeah. So like I can't but I like watching straight porn because I like to self-actualize with the guy. It's just there's a lot. But if I was a penis man born at birth, I would be a gay one for sure.
That makes sense if you're a penis man. If you're a penis man born at birth.
I always say penis man instead of cis man, and then Rachel Bloom, who was in the creator of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend once, she was like, when you say, I'm botching it a little bit, but she's like, when you say penis man, it sounds like someone who was like molested, and like then they're like the man walks in and they're like, there's the penis man. Like there he is.
It sounds really creepy.
And so now I like saying it. I always think of that.
When's the last time you wore a dress?
Oh God, maybe in high school I used to wear skirts. I was really in the closet in high school, and I used to make fun of. I loved high school because I just liked my friend. I liked my friends in it. So my social life was like my most favorite thing. And so I'm in the closet, and this is pretty embarrassing. I still feel bad about it. I used to make fun of, not on their face because I'm classy, but I used to make fun of these two girls who would always, these like two really, really gothic girls, and one of them always wore these black angel wings, and they would hold hands. And I remember I would and I would kind of make fun of them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of material there.
There's a lot of material. I would be like, do other people see that? I bet that's my guardian angel, because it was just like a fucking...
That's kind of funny.
It was kind of funny, but it was I was also... And then I would be like, they're gross. Like, why do they need to hold hands? Like, can't they just go outside of the building? And I remember.
What? What is this, 1950? Can't they go outside of the building?
I'm sorry.
Like, God, take that shit outside, says the lesbian to the other
You
lesbians.
motherfuckers aren't wanted. And they're like, oh, God. Like, but it was, I remember my friend my straight friend being like, why does that upset you so much? And she was like, I don't really think about them unless you bring them up. Like,
It's at like the forefront of your consciousness, I'm sure.
It was at I would just be like, oh, I was walking the hall and I fucking saw those disgusting lesbians. And my friend would be like, okay. And I'd like, and what about it? I'd be like, gross, right? Like, it's disgusting.
Right? You would hate me, but would you like me if I was that?
Yeah, how would you feel about if one of them was me? Not that I would ever be that because I hate them. And her mom's best friend was lesbian. She's like, it kind of weirds me out that you're so awful about them. Like, my mom's friend's lesbian. And I'd be like, why? Like, I was awful because I was scared.
When did you come out?
In college, I came out. I was really lucky. I went to an all-women's college.
Yeah, I bet you had
I
fun
bet
there.
it wasn't
You
all
dirty
women.
whore.
Yeah, it wasn't an all. And then I got there. I said, it's all women now.
Yeah.
It was Simmons College in Boston.
Yeah, I know Simmons.
Yeah, I went to Simmons.
Avoided it like the plague.
I bet. Wait, where'd you go to college?
UMass Amherst.
Nice.
Yeah.
But I could see that being a tough place to be. Were you out in college?
No.
Yeah,
Not till the end.
I totally get that. I think that would be a tough place to be out.
It was also
honestly.
it was also 2011, 2009, 10, 11-ish.
I'm so bad with the
Yeah, so it was before Grindr.
Totally. And that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Like that's like it's tough to be. No wonder you were figuring out Craigslist stuff. I mean,
that was the first guy I hooked up with. Was off. I saw the Craigslist killer doc, and I was like, "Oh, people fuck off this." I was like, "Hell yeah!" And I found some RA, and I was like, "What's up, man? How's it going?"
if you did stand up, I would definitely say that should be a joke.
The Craigslist killer.
That was your interpretation of the Craigslist killer was like people are hooking up on here. Like, you know what I mean?
It was my only takeaway.
That's really funny.
And then
that's so fucking funny. If you did stand up, you should definitely for sure. Like that's really funny.
I just have one joke though,
and that's it. You could. I mean, interpreting the Craigslist killer as that is like your like dating tips is like
it worked. I met guys off Craigslist, and we would meet up, and we would get in. But then you go through the car hookup. That's another thing I wanted to ask you. Did you have to hide it? Like when I couldn't bring a guy around like without a backstory. Like straight people, guy and girl, oh they must be into each other, whatever.
Right.
If I bring some random fucking dude over to like my mom's house,
sure,
like, who is this?
Right, and they're like, why are you going up to your room and not just like getting
Right.
pre-gramming and going out to meet? Yeah.
Why are you turning up the volume really loud?
Right. What are you guys doing up there? Practicing for chicks.
Like, why are you sweating?
Right.
Like,
Why are you so nervous? Yeah.
Why is there a load on your face?
Totally.
But what did you have to hide?
I didn't have to hide with for girls I did for a little bit, but when I had boyfriends, when I would have my boyfriends, we would still go into the car because you can't it would be the same thing where they'd be like, you can't be alone with them. So I would give them
into the car.
I would give them hand jobs and blowjobs in the car.
Did that?
And I studied it. I remember reading about how to give a blowjob and Cosmo and wanting to be good at it. I learned about the balls.
You learned about the balls?
Because I still wanted to be a good the top of the penis and the rest of the penis.
What was your main takeaway from the balls?
I think the balls are super important.
The balls are super important.
They're so
for
important,
sure.
and I don't understand when straight women I've heard straight women say ew balls, and I hate that because I'm like, okay, right now everyone is so on no body shaming, body positivity, right?
Let's shout out Karen Fian. Let's get her in talking about body positivity.
And she has some really interesting thoughts in it that I understand.
Yes.
And I really think she's coming from a place of care actually about wanting people to be healthier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Give her the benefit. So with the balls, it's like
back to the balls.
I think that it's like when then people are like, ew, but balls are gross. I'm like, you can't just blanket say someone's balls are gross. Like in the context of hooking up with someone, if it makes your partner feel good, I like it. I like desire. So if someone is I would hope if I were straight, I would want to make the person feel good. And that's like the other night.
You hook up, you put the balls in your vagina?
Sure. If I was straight, I'd fucking put the balls everywhere. Don't you want to be a good lover? I do everything with the balls.
No, do you do everything with the balls?
If I were straight, I would hope to fuck that I would be all. The balls would get. It would be so essential.
Would the balls take priority over the dick?
Maybe if I was teasing the person, I would spend a long time on the balls. You know what I mean?
How long are we talking here? We're talking 10, 20 minutes on the
No,
ball.
that's excessive.
That's excessive balls.
That's edging like big time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if I were like, I would hope if I were straight or if I was a gay guy, then I would like really like focus on their fucking balls. I mean, like recently, for the first time in my life, I've been attracted to someone's feet. I know. Yeah. My pearls. Yeah.
I had a guy who would pay me for pictures of my feet.
Really?
Yeah, I was his fin sub. I was his fin dom. He was my fin sub.
Wait, what's fin? What's fin?
Financial.
Oh.
So I would take a picture of my feet and send it to him, and he would pay me. And it wasn't. These weren't cheap. $75 for a picture of my feet.
Really?
I do like 4 in a day.
Wait, I want to do that.
It was amazing.
I want to do that.
And then eventually he was like,
Can I come on your feet?
Eventually, I never met up with him.
Oh,
This
yeah,
lasted
yeah.
for like a month. And
Wow.
then eventually he was like, can you put your dick in the thing? And I was like, all right, well, okay. Here we go.
Did you do it?
I did, yeah.
Did you charge extra?
Yes. Oh, of course.
Oh, good for you.
The dick, listen, feet are low price. You want the dick in there.
I totally agree. And your face was not in it, right?
No, my face wasn't.
Okay, good. Because that's it. You know, now that
God,
I'm,
that's fucked up to say out loud. Should I cut that from the episode?
that
No,
you-
we're leaving it.
I
in.
think that. I mean, I think it's like an interesting. I mean, it's good that you didn't put your face in it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And like,
He
but
listens to this, I'm
oh,
sure.
really? What's up? I'd send someone a picture of my feet. No one's ever asked. I have really long toes. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's
Well,
bad.
Well, no, it could be good. Anything that's a distinguishing feature of a foot will be good. Like we have a guy Za.
Oh, you know, you.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Za is a little person from Zimbabwe. He could fetch money out the ass for his feet.
You guys have a little person from
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
You-
she's hammered
you have
drunk right now.
You have a little person
We
from
do.
Zimbabwe here at Barstool Sports.
Yeah, you want to meet him after?
I mean,
You don't want to be like circus though.
No,
like, hello.
exactly. You can't be like, and this is the part of the tour where it's a little
Yes.
person from Zimbabwe.
Here's our little person from Zimbabwe. Here's our morbidly obese man.
Yeah. Check.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh yeah, he could make a lot of money on his feet. What size foot does he have?
They're wide. He's got a wide foot.
Good for him.
Yeah, he's got a real wide foot.
How long though?
How long
Is it
the foot?
proportional to him?
The clown. Just they were clown feet. He's got feet
This
this
is fucking
big.
huge.
I think he's maybe like a 7 or 8. It was kids' shoes, but they're wide.
Good for
Are
him.
you guys entertained?
He could watch he could charge a lot of money. No one's ever asked me for feet, but so I was looking at this girl that I've been with recently. There's something about her feet, and they're so like I mean, I'm extremely attracted to her feet. Are just so sexy, and I was like, I think you're giving me a foot fetish, and she was like, okay, and then she was like, well, I like getting my toes sucked on, and then I was like, oh, like. Or she said that she was like open to that, and then it made me be like, oh, like is this something you had been wanting and hadn't said?
Right.
She said no, but I mean, what
That's
was she?
a lie,
It's a
yeah.
lie, right?
This is the girl you're dating now. You
Yeah.
can't talk about it.
Yeah.
You told me not to talk about it before.
Well, we could talk about it's a newer thing, but I can talk about the like. Yeah,
You don't have to
I
talk
like her
about it,
very
it's
much. This morning, I said.
oh God, where are we going?
I
here?
said I accidentally. I said.
You love her.
I said I love my baby.
This is gonna be on YouTube. This is gonna be our clip.
It's all good. But I was like, we were like in the zone. And then I was like, I said I love my baby. Like, I meant like, I do like, like when you get in the zone and you say something.
Right.
But I like overcorrected it and that wasn't good. You know?
You overcorrect.
Because I was like, I didn't mean to say that. I'm sorry. And I was like, when you get in the zone, I was like, normally when I get in
Yeah.
the zone, I'd accidentally call someone like a whore or something. But in this case, I said,
whore.
I know I shouldn't have said.
Yeah.
I dug a hole.
No, that's fine. I'll say I love you after 5 minutes if it means I get
Really?
a second date. I don't give a fuck.
But I don't think that's what helps us get second dates. I think people are like, what?
That is not what helps us get
it's
second
not.
dates.
You want to be a little mysterious. It was just like it just like everything felt so good, and I was like, it's just, I shouldn't have said it. It was
My ex
insane.
used to say, "I love my fat fag."
Jesus
Occasionally.
Christ.
I remember he texted me that
Wow.
once. I was like, I sent him a picture of my belly, like joking. He was like, "I love my fat."
That's
fag."
cute though.
I was like, "Oh,
How long were you guys together for?
a year."
Wow, longest
Yeah.
relationship.
No, I had one longer than that before. They both ended horrifically.
Yeah, mine always end horrifically.
With infidelities.
Sure, that was the word I was looking for when I kept making up things about home on the range.
Yeah.
What was I don't know
Yes.
what
There's infidelities and indiscretions.
infidelities. That was the word I was looking for when I was like, I was out in the pasture, like chomping cheese. Like I don't know what the fuck I was talking. I was just looking, but infidelity. That was the word I was looking for. Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Progress, not
that's-
perfection. Go and grow. All we can do is try to be better, and not keep our side of the street clean.
Absolutely, Emma. This has been so wonderful
Oh, thank you.
to have you come here. I
Absolutely.
feel like we hit really the
Covered a lot.
trifecta of a lot of things to talk about. I want you
Yeah.
to come back. I want you to come back
Anytime.
with like Karen and like
Oh, sure,
with
sure,
other,
sure.
other like funny people.
For
'cause-
some reason, I thought you were gonna say with. I don't know why I thought you were gonna say this. I really don't know why I thought you were gonna say this, but with someone in their feet, which I don't know why.
we should do a foot photo shoot after this.
Oh God, no! I don't have socks on right now.
Perfect. Get them sweaty and
Well,
ripe.
I'm so I was like I'm doing laundry and I just didn't put socks on.
Let me see. Oh no, you don't have to take them out.
no, I
You
will,
have
but-
nice sneakers on.
Thanks.
Are you making good money?
I
off
like
comedy?
wearing my. After I got cast in my episode, the thing where I play the straight person, I did a little shopping spree.
Oh, don't take them out.
Oh, sorry.
I'm
Oh,
not
sorry.
into
Oh,
feet.
you.
No, I was kidding.
Oh, God.
Fuck. We gotta go
This
now.
fuck-
No, wait. Actually, that's what I wanted to ask you about before I let you go.
Yeah.
What were you acting in LA? Because you fucking hate acting.
It was in New York. So,
New
so they
York.
shot it in New York. It's called The Good Fight, and it's on
Okay.
Paramount Plus. And here's the thing with acting, I respect acting, so I see how hard it is, and I work at it really. And I've said before, I'm like, I will work so hard at acting to be all right at it, because acting is, I respect it, but I felt really proud of getting cast in this because I hadn't gotten cast in something for like 2 years, and I was still hacking away at the acting auditions and and fucking hating it.
Right.
And I love my acting coach. There's a super straight guy named Bill, and shout outs to fucking Bill Dawes. He's so good. We have done so many different scenes together, and he's the reason I got this particular part because he's really
When's it
he's
air?
great. I don't know when it airs. Probably never.
They go, they're gonna edit me.
Yeah,
out.
this is about the
Least
end
you
of
got
it.
paid.
Yeah, but it was just so nice to get like cast in something.
Yeah.
But acting for me, the more I understand it, the more I respect and appreciate it, and it's like a whole other. It's just it's very different from other like stand up or radio or stuff like that. It's a lot of, and memorizing isn't a strong point for me.
No.
But it's a testament to just like working at something and like you get better like slowly.
Imagine working at something. It's the-
When you
it's
just
the
post your fucking
worst.
feet on the internet, why are we doing anything but that?
Honestly,
I mean, truly.
I had Lisa Ann on here, and my regular co-host.
I know that name.
Porn star.
Ah.
Lisa Ann.
Oh.
I had my regular co-host Kate, who just had a baby.
Oh, nice! Congratulations.
She was talking about like she's had guys DM her to sell like her panties and stuff.
Sure.
And Lisa gave a website. It was like Dirty Something, where she sells like she'll wear socks for a day and then fucking sell them for
Really?
$100.
Really?
Yeah. So you should look into that.
Interesting. And I dated someone who did foot stuff, but she did it in person. And she said she would just like do her homework and the guys would rub her feet. And I was like, and jack off. And then she was like, yeah, sometimes they would. But foot rub.
Not bad.
Yeah.
What? Where can we find your podcast? Where can we find you on IG and everything?
Instagram, Emma Willman, 2 L's, 2 N's. And I always try to stay active on there and like holler back. And then I have a podcast called Inside the Closet that comes out every Thursday. And I've been brainstorming trying to do another podcast, but not one where I edit it this time.
Yeah, that's the
Ah.
worst. Well, come by here again. Make sure you
Absolutely.
bring people if you want,
Sure.
and we'll have fun. And
Yeah, we should do a foot thing.
We should do just a foot podcast.
Or just play who's the top, who's the bottom.
I would do that for an entire day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have that on our graphic. Who's the top? Who's the bottom. Give me
Totally.
one more to end the show.
Okay.
A good one.
Okay,
though.
okay.
Like something that's real. It doesn't have to be politician. It can be celebrity. It can
Got it.
be.
Ja Rule, 50 Cent.
Oh, 50's fucking him.
You think?
Come on,
All right.
that's
Okay, that was
easy.
easy one.
Give
Okay,
me
sorry.
another
okay,
one.
Okay, sorry. Didn't mean to offend.
That's like really offensive.
Sorry. Okay.
I'll give you one while you
Okay,
think. Karen Fian, Chloe LeBranch.
Oh my God, I can't picture that at all.
How about that? There's a two former
Here's the
drunks
thing.
too.
I also seriously don't like with lesbians. I'm so not like if I'm picturing two women having sex, I'm so far removed from that because all the porn I watch is straight porn
Right.
or gay guy porn.
Right.
Like I truly don't even know how lesbians have sex. So if it was not to make you. This is where like
Okay, here we
it's
go.
so I can't even. It's like if I picture two women having sex, then I have to picture it like if they were two gay guys. And I think if Karen and Chloe were gay guys, Karen would be the top.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? Or if
Yeah.
Karen was a guy and was a straight guy, she would be like a real like Casanova, I think.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
All right, who do you have for me?
Okay, all right. Fuck.
Think anyone, literally anyone
Okay.
that pops into mind.
Willie and Francis. They are both very attractive in their own way.
Oh God, I don't think so.
I think that they're both they're very attractive. They are both very attractive
I mean,
people.
Francis is getting fucked. Are you kidding me? Willie's 400 pounds.
Right?
A 400-pound former NFL guy versus like a kind of funny or that's a stretch.
Disagree.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
You go, yeah, let's end it.
Yeah.
Versus Francis? No, that's a no-brainer.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now I want to keep going. What's
No,
another
I don't know.
celebrity?
No, I don't know.
Jake Paul and Logan Paul.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ!
Jake and Logan. Who's topping? Who's bottoming? Jake,
Also, I don't know about
Logan's
that.
getting fucked.
I don't know about Willie and I think Francis is definitely would be a top.
His dick couldn't reach Willie's hole. Think
I
about
think
how much
they would find a
padding.
way.
Think
I
about
think
how
they
much
would find a way.
padding is in between his ass and his hole.
Francis has a but also it's unfair because I know Francis a lot better than Willie.
Right.
So I don't know. I think Francis would be the top, but I mean no, and I don't mean and look.
And you're not bottom shaming.
And I am not bottom shaming. I fucking love because I no bottom shaming. I say this: bottoms are giving the biggest gift to the world. They make the world go round.
Right.
If there were no bottoms, all the when someone bottoms, it's just like it's the most incredible, beautiful, luxurious, greatest thing ever.
Luxurious.
You know, it really is.
It's true.
It's like thank God. Like where would anyone ever be without like? And the end of the day, the bottom is actually in control, no matter how much. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
It's a fact.
That's a fact. Well,
Okay, Logan and Jake Paul.
Logan and Jake Paul.
God damn it.
And then I got something very important to tell you about after.
Okay, I'm gonna say, okay. Jesus, I want to say Jake would be the top, but I actually think Jake would be the bottom.
Jake would top for sure.
You think Jake would
Yeah,
top?
Logan would.
Because he's a better boxer.
Probably. But you know what? It doesn't really matter who does. Here's a transition.
And they're brothers.
Here's a transition.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter who tops and who bottoms.
True.
Because fuck. Now you know I'm gonna do the transition.
No, you got it.
again.
You got
wait,
it. You
wait,
got it.
do I
You
have
can do
it? It doesn't matter who tops and who bottoms because they're both gonna look great because they're both wearing bare bottom shorts. Boom. Got the transition. The return to travel is finally here. But before you start packing for your next adventure, don't forget to check out Bare Bottom Clothing. Their Bare Bottom clothing. Their adventure-ready shorts, swim trunks, and tees are perfect for breaking out of your hibernation without breaking the bank. Bare Bottom combines premium style and comfort with an insane value. The internet's best deal on high-quality and versatile menswear. You get 2 pairs of their best-selling stretch shorts, plus their antimicrobial, moisture-wicking tech tee for under $100. They're priced right every day, so you don't have to wait around for sales. They also have over 10,000 5-star reviews online. Guys love Bare Bottom threads because it's their everyday go-to clothes that you can wear in all different situations. You can transition from the couch to the gym to work to play. Whatever you do all day long, Bare Bottom has you covered. And right now, my listeners get free shipping on their first order of these super comfortable threads at barebottomclothing.com with code OUT. Just go to barebottom.com. That's BEAR, like the animal, bottomclothing.com, and use code OUT to get free shipping on your first order. I say this every show when I talk about this. We get a lot of stuff shipped to the office. I look forward to my bare bottom clothing because it fits me right. The joggers, I think they.
Oh, I love joggers, and you know what? Never underestimate a good antimicrobial. It makes a big fucking difference. It really does.
Thank you, Queen.
It really does.
Yes.
And this feels like a little bit of me being like I feel my age when I say that.
No,
but
it's
the older
true.
I get, the more I appreciate an antimicrobial.
Absolutely, and they're comfortable, and they make me look like a normal person. I have a
Yes.
very oddly shaped body. I'm gonna give you.
You are?
I have a very oddly shaped body.
Really? What
My
do you
legs
mean?
are so long. But the shirts fit me right. The pants fit me right. They're awesome. And get them now so you're prepared for the summer.
Yes.
I have about 10 pairs on my desk.
Yes.
Just wait until I come in here. You guys
That's
are going to see how
right.
fucking amazing. I'm going to give Emma some on
I would love some bare bottom stuff.
on the way out. All right, so that's our episode for today.
Yay! Thank you so
Emma,
much for
thank
having
you
me.
so much for coming
Anytime.
by, and we will see all you guys on Tuesday. Bye.